Hi guys, it's Michelle again, another episode of Coaching from the Couch. It is a super rainy day here in Currituck, North Carolina, where I live, and it is one of my favorite days to work. It's a really rainy day where I get to stay at home and create content and talk with my people and have just an amazing day. So I'm very excited about that. And I wanted to talk with you today about the key thing that's going on typically in businesses that are not making the money that they want to make. And it's kind of like one of those things that should be obvious, but it wasn't obvious to me, and it isn't obvious to a lot of other people. And that is, when you have an issue with money in your business, like there's just not enough money coming in, not enough sales being made, then you've really got to look at how you're selling, right? And honestly, how much you're selling. Because the truth is, when I talk to people about how much money they're making in their business, they'll name things that they're doing, which is kind of like pushing out content or sales letters, or, kind of like out into the general public, or they bought an ad, or they bought a commercial, or they're doing social media, or they're blogging, or they're doing something on YouTube, or they're doing something on Instagram. So what they talk about, what they're saying, like, here's what I'm doing to make sales, to increase money in my business, is I'm pushing this out there to the masses. And then I sort of wait, right? And it reminds me of this super duper awkward Mary Kay party that I hosted at my house. And it was kind of strange in that the person did like the presentation, and they were new, so they had like the flip chart about the opportunity and all of that stuff, and we did like, I think, half of our face or something. And then the person said, and now I'm gonna go over there, like in this like corner right over there in my house, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna wait for your orders. And she got up and she walked over into the corner, she sat down, and literally, like, we were all at the table, and she like walked across the room and she sat there and she kind of waited for us to go over and place our orders. It was extremely, like, I just never seen or experienced anything like that. It was extremely awkward and pressuresome, and no one knew what to do. And for the multi-level marketing folks, it really kind of killed the vibe. Women naturally buy when they're having fun and they're all looking at things together. We encourage each other to buy. But when you all of a sudden take us out of that environment and into like this forced, quiet, like I'm over here waiting kind of thing, it just was like, it just killed everything that a party does. But my point is that a lot of people are doing this in their other kind of businesses, right? Like we put stuff out there and then we go in the corner and we wait for people to buy from us, right? It's something that is counterintuitive, but we can feel very busy with sales and marketing and not actually be in any sales conversations whatsoever. And so when you are experiencing like, things aren't selling the way I want, I'm not making the money that I want, then you really need to ask yourself, how many sales conversations are you in? How many times a day are you inviting people to buy from you, to join a program, to test out a product, like not test it out like in terms of a free trial, but to actually buy from you? How many times are you inviting people to say, hey, would you like to buy this from me? Would you like to start this process with me, right? And that is an eye-opening number for most people, because they have merged in their minds the idea of marketing and selling, right? So marketing is getting people in closer to you. Selling is inviting them into a professional relationship with you, right? It's almost like dating versus being engaged, right? You want them to commit. And so if you're struggling with money, then you want to really ask yourself, how many times a day am I inviting people to buy from me? Not sharing a link on social media, right? No offense to social media. It just isn't what we think it is, right? We have to have conversations with people. We've got to invite people in to buy from us, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing that. If I can help you with this in any way, definitely reach out to me. Let me know what business you're in, what you're selling, and also how that question landed for you. How often, how many times a day am I inviting people to buy from me? The truth is, if you want to make more money, you got to sell more stuff. And if you want to sell, if you want to sell more stuff, you've got to invite more people to buy from you. And a lot of times we stop just short of saying, hey, I would love it if you would join this program, or, or buy this product or whatever. Are you interested? How can I get you to a yes? How can we get started together? And we're sharing information. We might even share a link to buy now with the masses, but we're not going one-to-one. And I can tell you that if you're in the phase of your business where you are worried about the bills being paid, if you are in that phase where you are literally just kind of not sure, who is that? Oh, that's my cat. If you're not sure about, how the money is coming in or whatever, you can make more money immediately by upping the risk and inviting more people to buy from you one-to-one. It's a critical part of learning how to sell. Once you do that, you can start to leverage. I never want to shy away from a one-to-one conversation. When people are going to be perfect for a program, I reach out to them directly, right? And let them know. So Debbie says, you're masterful at doing this. I'm switching gears as I head into tax season, so I'm interested in incorporating some of these tactics into my marketing. Absolutely. So Debbie is one of our Women Who Wow members from Canada. And so, yeah, I'm masterful at this because I had to be, right? I had to be masterful at sales in order to immediately replace my income. I had no backup plan or savings account or trust fund or, anything like that. I had to do it, and I became masterful. And a lot of people could be masterful, and they just don't ask people enough. So if you're not making enough money, it is very possible that you are not inviting enough people to do business with you, buy whatever it is that you sell. So I appreciate you guys being here for Coaching on the Couch. My vision for this little thing is to have more people on live and asking questions and having more of a casual conversation. This is where I do most of my work for Women Who Wow, right here on the couch. I've got my smalls over here to my right and Sophie over here to my left, and this is where all of the magic happens. So I appreciate you guys coming to coach with me on the couch. If you have any questions for me, whether you're watching the replay or you're here live, anything I can help you with, definitely put them in the comments below, or you can message me, m.me/Women Who Wow. If you are a seriously driven woman entrepreneur and you are not a member of Women Who Wow, I invite you to come and message me and talk with me about that. Debbie says, I like when people reach out with confidence to say they thought I'd be perfect for a program. Absolutely. I've reached out to you a couple times, Debbie, about programs that I thought you would be perfect for. And so this is something that I've made a habit of doing, right? My programs are more successful when I get perfect people in them, and they start to sell themselves when I am inviting people and saying, not just like, hey, I think you're perfect. It's like, this is why I think you're perfect. So definitely do that with your clients, because people do appreciate that, and they appreciate being thought of, and they appreciate being invited personally. All of Women Who Wow began with print invites, like literally print invites that it wasn't even like a freebie thing. Like you were invited to pay to attend a Women Who Wow meeting, and then we sort of voted on you to see if you were perfect or not. So it wasn't like it wasn't your typical way to grow an organization like this, but I was really deliberate about growing Women Who Wow with the right women, right? So women who maybe didn't find their place elsewhere. So anyway, I appreciate you being here, Debbie. I don't know who else is on the call, but I see more people on. So appreciate you being with me. Appreciate you guys watching the replay. And I will talk with you guys tomorrow for another episode of Coaching from the Couch. Talk with you later. Bye.